morning, and thank you, Chairwoman Coleman and Ranking Member Jimenez and Chairman Thompson, for the opportunity to testify today and for recognizing the need of workforce perspectives when addressing security of our entire transport systems. I'm here on behalf of more than 150,000 members of the Transport Workers Union of America working in transit, air, railroads, and other industries. Our members include bus operators, flight attendants, airport gate agents, Amtrak onboard service workers, bike share workers, and many other crafts and classes in transportation. Across airlines, transit, and railroads, frontline workers overwhelmingly believe that the number one security threat in our transport systems today is physical assault in the performance of their duties. The FAA has reported more than 5,000 unruly passenger incidents since the beginning of the year, a 2,000% increase over the previous year. While these assaults have received most of the media attention, assaults against transit and Amtrak workers are also on the rise. In New York City alone, there have been nearly 2,000 assaults on transit workers this year, and Amtrak workers have seen assaults rise by 25% over a period of time when ridership dropped by 60%. These numbers are terrifying, but the reality for frontline workers is so much worse than statistics. A Southwest Airlines gate agent was pelted with objects before a passenger violently pulled her hair and threw her to the ground so hard that she was hospitalized with a spine injury. And this last weekend, a Southwest gate agent was hit in the head by a passenger, sending her to the hospital. A TW JetBlue flight attendant was thrown to the ground and choked after a passenger attempted to storm the cockpit. In Miami, a bus operator was sent to the hospital after his bus broke down because an irate passenger punched him and smashed his head repeatedly on the side of the bus. In Philly, a security camera caught a group of people knocking a station agent to the ground and broke several of his ribs with repeated punches and kicks. We are seeing a full moon atmosphere across all of our transit systems where angry and frustrated passengers feel entitled to assault workers just because they are the face of the companies they work for. There are many factors contributing to this atmosphere, and none of them have been created by the workers who are in harm's way. Most assaults happen at flashpoints where workers are tasked with enforcing rules and practices. These include safety protocols such as carry-on luggage limitations and masking requirements, revenue collection points like bus fare boxes, and operational problems such as when flights are canceled. When these flashpoints arise, passengers who are already angry or frustrated take that anger out on the workers. On airlines and at transit agencies, a major contributing factor to this anger has been business mismanagement and incompetence that has led to major understaffing. Airlines collectively employ nearly 50,000 fewer workers today than before the start of the pandemic. This intentional choice to reduce headcount has created a less resilient air system that is much more prone to major cancellations and long delays due to predictable operational issues such as bad weather. Similarly, transit agencies who have done almost no hiring since the start of the pandemic now find themselves reducing service due to a self-inflicted shortage of bus operators and train crews. Passengers and riders who are stressed about their commutes are entering our transport systems already upset because of all these shortcomings. Historically, there have been very few consequences for assaulting transportation workers. Of the more than 5,000 assaults reported to the FAA, only 37 were recommended for criminal prosecution. While our members appreciate the FAA's recent efforts to increase fines for assailants, there is no question that more needs to be done to discourage this kind of horrific behavior. Combating assaults on transport workers requires a holistic approach involving federal and local authorities as well as transportation employers. The most effective deterrent that we have seen is the presence of uniformed law enforcement officers in the systems where assaults are happening. For example, redeploying police from the fare box in New York City and into the subway and bus system reduced the number of assaults by more than 60%. I list several urgently needed policy changes like this in my written testimony, and I hope this committee can take a leadership role to implement these ideas. Thank you again, and I look forward to your questions.